Amanda here from Create Your Future. Guys, I've got an exciting video. I have some subscribers' questions about answering some of these law of assumption, law of attraction myths that I hear out there, as well as we're going to talk about how you can get your ex back. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. For anyone that's new, my name is Amanda, and I am a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, hypnotherapist, EFT practitioner, as well as a certified life coach. Okay, so got a little bit of education in this area of manifesting. So for those of you that are new here, we do have a free course, how to identify your blocks to manifest anything fast. The link is in the description. It's going to help you to be able to build your mental diet because, you know, the basis of everything manifesting is creating what you want in your 4D, and then it reflects back to you in your 3D, okay? We also have, guys, a Facebook group, and it's Create Your Future with Amanda, Law of Attraction Hacks, and we post success stories in there. So it's really nice. Actually, we just posted a success story in there today of someone that got like a success from just watching our videos. So that's really exciting. So yeah, definitely join. Link is in the description. Join the group. It is private. It is a safe place. And yeah, it's about sharing success stories with each other, because when we're consuming that, we're creating it for ourselves. Okay, so you always want to be focused on positive things, right? So let's dive. Oh, and I'm not sure if this is for you guys. My affirmation tracks are on sale right now, as well as my course, Create the Relationship You Love. My course will help you recreate anybody, okay? And basically turn around and recreate any relationship, okay? So it's on sale right now. It's also going to help you to create your own personalized mantra. And a mantra is basically just an affirmation. It's, you know, it's something that a mantra would be a more complex affirmation because it's going to like include your biggest complaint about whatever it is, right? So let's say, for instance, you know, you're manifesting money through your business and you don't think there's enough people to buy your service. So your mantra might be, you know, there's an abundance of people that buy my service because I'm good enough, right? Let's say, you know, you've got, you know, a relationship and, you know, your SP has baggage. So, and that's your major complaint. Your SP says, I don't want a relationship because I've got, you know, baggage. I'm not ready. So you would say, okay, well, I intend that my specific person's over their baggage and ready for a relationship because I'm good enough. So your mantra would basically be, you know, basically like your top 3 affirmations for your situation that you just pull out whenever, you know, you think of the situation. And when you create the right mantra for yourself, it's going to be so incredibly powerful. You know, a little success story, you know, I turned around Andrew wanting to move in with me with 5 days with my mantra, right? Because you know what, I just got serious about it. And I said, okay, this is what my biggest complaint is. This is what I'm going to change, right? So when you put the work, you're going to get the results, but you got to put in the work. So that actually is going to lead into the questions that I've got asked. Okay, so if somebody was asking me if I could manifest for them, and the answer is no. Nobody can manifest for you in your reality except for you. Everybody is one. Everybody is you in your reality, okay? So if you say, well, you know what? You say, well, I want you to manifest for me, Amanda, then you're actually manifesting it anyway. I'm not manifesting it because I can't manifest in your reality. The only person that can manifest in your reality is you. So if you say, well, no, Amanda's manifesting this for me, it's really you manifesting it for you because I'm you, right? We're all one. Okay, so there's no separation between you and anybody else in your reality or your quantum bubble or wherever. They're just projections of your subconscious mind, right? Playing a part, reflecting back what your assumptions are. So if you think I have power to manifest in your reality, it's really you manifesting in your reality, and you're just giving me that power, right? So, but I can't manifest in your reality. So only you can, right? Even if you say I can, well, it's still you doing it. Okay. So nobody can manifest for you. Okay. It's only you. Okay. Always you. You know, it's funny. I was manifesting perfect health not too long ago. And, you know, finally, I got all my ducks in a row. Right. And then I was telling somebody about it. And you know what they said to me? Oh, I was totally manifesting perfect health for you. Well, of course you were, because I was, and you're me pushed out. So of course you're going to reflect that back, you know, because I have the story that everybody, you know, supports me in what I want to manifest, right? So of course that's going to get reflected back to me, okay? So if anyone says they can manifest for you, don't do it. They can't. Okay. Don't go for that. Okay. The other question, I read this article and somebody asked the question, and is it always true that life's got to get better before it's going to get worse? And the answer is no. That is a myth. That's 100% a myth. That's a belief. That's a story. Like, no, your life doesn't need to get worse before it gets better. Your life can be great right now. Okay. You just have to decide my life is great right now and it's going to get better. Nothing needs to fall apart. Okay. The other one, was, well, acting as if. So I know I've heard this a lot and somebody asked me about it. They said, well, if I'm acting as if in the community, okay, like, as in law of attraction. So what, do I just spend money like I'm a millionaire, or do I like basically, clean out my closet and like, clean out a nightstand for my SP, like acting in the 3D as if I already have it? And the answer is no. You don't act as if in the 3D. You act as if in the 4D, and you have that mentality. Let me tell you right now, if you're like got a crush on a coworker and you want to marry them and you start acting in public like you're married to them, it's going to look pretty funny. Okay. It's going to be really awkward and weird. Okay. So you want to act like you're, married. They want to be with you in the 4D, and the 3D will catch up. The same thing, right? With manifesting money. You spend within your means right now, okay, because that's it. Your reality is your reality, because these are your previous thoughts. And then you start acting like a millionaire in your 4D, okay? So what does that mean? Well, that means that, when a bill comes in, you're not anxious about it. You're like, no, I can pay that. I've got tons of money. Money's always coming to me. You're catching yourself on your mental diet with the thoughts, because whatever thoughts you have now are going to reflect in your reality, right? So your reality is a little bit delayed. You can't start acting as if in the 3D until your 3D catches up. So you create it in your 4D, it'll show up in your 3D, and then you can spend like a millionaire, okay? I think that's a very important distinction, right? Because, if you're just like, acting like you're married to this person you got a crush on that you're just friends with, or, you're spending money like a millionaire when you haven't manifested that money yet, there's a good potential that you're going to cause resentment, you're going to cause issues in your 3D reality, and you're going to make your situation actually worse. So we don't want to put, the cart before the horse, okay? You want to do the work in here and wait for your 3D to catch up to what your work is, okay? That way, you're not running up all these credit card bills. You know what I'm saying, right? The one other one, people always question, do you have to believe? You don't have to believe your, intentions. You just need to believe what you're manifesting is possible. Okay. Do I believe I can manifest $1 trillion? Yeah, because other people have done it. So I believe it's possible. Okay. So you need to believe it's possible. Okay. If you don't believe it's possible, or you don't believe someone's going to change, they're not going to change. Okay. So at the very least, you need to believe that your thoughts create, because if you're going to say, well, you know what? Okay. I intend, that, Jerry is ready for a relationship, but I don't think my thoughts create. Well, you're blocking yourself right there. Or, I intend that Jerry wants to get back with me, but people never change. Well, there you go, right? So you're living in duality. You can't intend someone to change and then say people never change. Do you know what I mean? So, you don't have to necessarily believe your intentions. I mean, I have the belief that I can be, do, and have anything that I want, and that my thoughts create. Okay. I don't have an argument. Boom, $1 trillion, done. Win lottery, done. I don't have any resistance to that. I'm not going to fight myself over it. Right. So, that's the main thing, is if you're giving yourself resistance and fighting yourself with it. So some of you may need to create intentions and affirmations and goals that are believable to you, so you don't have the fight in your head, and that's okay. That's why I say manifest in steps, which is basically like creating SMART goals. Okay, your end goal is to marry Jerry. Okay, but right now you just can't wrap your head around that. That's fine. We'll start with dating, right? Start talking, blah, 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 move your way up. Okay. So you don't have to, it's not a race. You don't have to go from 0 to married in less than a month. And I'm sure some of you can manifest that, and that's great. But if you can't Don't beat yourself up. There's no comparing yourself to anybody. You're unique, okay? And you can take as long or as quick as you want to manifest something, okay? Everything's going to happen on your timeline because you're the creator of your reality. There's nobody out there saying, oh, this is divine timing. This is when this is going to happen. Nothing like that, okay? So those are some of the manifesting myth questions that somebody asked me. I hope that really helps. And I think the big one is nobody can manifest in your reality but you. You need to take responsibility for what you want to change in your reality, okay? So let's dive into how to manifest your ex back, okay? So I've gotten this subscriber question quite a bit. So when it comes to manifesting your ex back, right, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to revise whatever reason you guys are no longer together, okay? This is so incredibly important. Was it a fight? Like what happened, okay? So revision can be done in a lot of different ways, okay? So obviously, okay, something happened and you walked away thinking, oh, they don't want to be with me anymore, okay? Like, I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? Or, you know, something similar to that, right? So what you want to do is you want to think about what happened and go, no, you know what? They realize that they do want to be with me. They've taken responsibility for their part in it, and they're going to apologize to me. There's nothing wrong with manifesting an apology. Now, one thing I want to make clear for everybody is just because everyone is you pushed out does not mean you're to blame, okay? If you start blaming yourself because everyone is you pushed out, guess what? Everyone's going to start blaming you. So you need to intend that the other person takes responsibility for the situation and apologizes. It's okay to manifest an apology, but you have to be sorry as well. Okay. I don't know if you've seen it. Like I see it all the time on these, you know, reality TV shows, you know, when either one party is like, oh, I'm not going to apologize. And so the other person says that too. Right. And they're both doing that on both sides. And then, you know, all of a sudden one person's like, oh, you know what? I mean, I'm going to pick my battles. I'm going to let this go. And then they go and they sincerely apologize. Then the other person sincerely apologizes. So, you know, when, you know, you're manifesting an apology, you also have to take responsibility for your part. Okay. So, you know, and when you shift into that, you know, apologetic state and wanting to make things better, so does the other party, okay? But it's important that you intend that they take responsibility, you know, they're very caring and understanding, you know, and they're going to apologize for their part. And, you know, and basically you want to shift the story enough that you're coming out saying, no, they do want to be with me. This isn't enough for make them want to leave me. They know they're partly to blame for this, okay? So getting your ex back is really just a big part of revising why you guys aren't together. Why did you guys break up? Okay. So you want to find out what caused your breakup. We've got lots of great coaches here that can help you find your blocks using my methods. I've taught them all how I would like coaching done. And that's what they do on the calls. They'll help you find your block, give you personalized intentions and an action plan, and help hold you accountable, you know, for you creating your dreams. Because remember, we can't create for you. You need to create, right? So, but we will give you the tools and the language you need to transfer your relation, like to just completely transform your relationship. So, you know, and you can do it on your own. I mean, I think all deep down, you know, all of us sort of know what happened to the relationship, why we broke up, right? So you want to revise that story so it doesn't end up with them not wanting to be with you. It ends with, you know, them saying, okay, it's really not that big of a deal. They're very forgiving and understanding. They take responsibility for their part in it, and then they apologize. And then, of course, you're going to have to do a few personalized intentions. Like, I don't know, maybe you looked through their phone and they felt violated. Like whatever you did that you made it mean it was bad enough for them to leave you, you're going to need to revise that as well, okay? And then the other thing that you want to do when it comes to manifesting your ex back is start remembering and just, you know, focusing on the good times that you had, you know, and say, okay, we're going to make dinner again together. Oh, we're going to watch our movies every Friday, you know? Oh, we're going to, you know, so start remembering everything that you did together when the relationship was good, because by doing that, you're recreating it again, okay? So when you focus and dwell there, whatever you think of has to come to pass, right? And the beautiful thing about manifesting your ex back is we don't have any resistance to that. We know what it's like to be with the person. So where we need to do the work is revising the reason why we broke up, okay? The situation there, okay? So guys, I intend that this video helps every single one of you guys. I think you're all absolutely amazing. Yeah, definitely come join me on the Facebook group. I think it's great and positive that, you know, we're sharing our success stories. And guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.